Hey, number one, wake up.
Oh no, I overslept.
I think you're dreaming.
I was going over today's demonstration.
But since you've been practicing, we might as well do it right away.
At your service, boss.
The basic principle is as follows. When you turn, make it as short as possible while respecting the direction of traffic. Doing so clears an intersection more quickly. However, at some intersections, signs authorize turning from more than one lane. If so, complete the turn in the lane corresponding to the one you're coming from. Make sure you're always in the proper lane to turn. If not, do not perform the maneuver. Continue straight ahead, then change lanes to turn at the next intersection. To turn right at an intersection, move to the nearest right-hand lane of the roadway early enough. Make sure that a right turn is permitted. Glance at the traffic behind and beside you. Activate the right turn signal and scan the intersection you're approaching. Brake to slow down significantly. With a manual transmission, downshift into second gear. Before turning, recheck the rearview mirror and the right blind spot. Start turning when the front wheels of your vehicle reach the curve of the curb. Turn to enter the nearest lane of the other roadway. Maintain a reduced speed while turning and aim ahead into the lane to make sure it's clear. From the middle of the turn, if the conditions are normal, you may gradually accelerate. To turn left from a two-way roadway, move into the lane beside the center line. Scan the intersection while approaching and check that a left turn is permitted. Activate the left turn signal. Slow down and brake if needed. With a manual transmission, downshift into second gear. If the wheels are turned toward the left, you may be pushed into oncoming traffic if a vehicle runs into you from the rear. Then, you risk a head-on crash. On the other hand, keeping the wheels straight prevents the second impact.
The doctor told me no more than one impact per day.
Let's come back to our left turn. Before you turn, check again in the rearview mirror and the left blind spot. Turn left into the nearest authorized lane. If it's a two-way road, you should turn into the lane to the right of the yellow center line. Maintain a reduced speed while turning and aim far ahead to help center your vehicle. From the midpoint of the turn, if conditions are normal, you should gradually accelerate. If a lane is available on your right, change lanes when possible to free the passing lane. To turn onto a one-way road, you should turn into the far left lane. If you're driving on a one-way road, move into the far left to prepare for your left turn. On a two-way road, turn into the lane beside the yellow center line. On the other hand, if you turn onto a one-way road, enter the far left lane. In principle, make the turn as short as possible. Before turning, be sure the traffic signs authorize turns. Activate the appropriate turn signal and slow down significantly. With a manual transmission vehicle, downshift into second gear. Before turning, check the rear-view mirror and the blind spot. To turn right, turn into the nearest authorized lane of the other roadway. Maintain a reduced speed while turning and aim far ahead. From the middle of the turn, gradually accelerate. To turn left, move into the lane nearest the center line if you're on a two-way road. Remember to keep the wheels straight while letting oncoming vehicles pass. While turning, enter the lane nearest to the center line on a two-way road or the far left lane on a one-way road. If you're driving on a one-way road, move into the far left lane. While turning, drive into the lane on the right side of the center line on a two-way road or the far left lane of the road if you're on a one-way road.
Some days I think I should have listened to my mother and become a dummy in a department store.